I just want to tell y'all Merry Christmas from wherever you guys is at. Hopefully no one's lost in the streets. Okay. My brother died in a trap house. I watched him whip up a key. I watched him whip up a key. I watched him whip up a key. My brother died in the trap house. I watched him whip up a key. Give me a sec. Look at me. I'm so authentic. Let me take a second. Hold on. I want to whip up a key. Sponsored by the military. I'm so authentic. I'm so goddamn authentic. This is that's authenticity right here. Whatever they gotta say, they talking about authenticity. The worst thing about being an old soul, though, is the old jokes attach.
Zion, unable to save it. New Orleans turns it over. 18th turnover of the day for New Orleans coming up. Steph Curry.
Well, is this a real game or is this still preseason?
Back healthy. He and the Warriors will take on Giannis and the Bucks.
Slick, we got preseason Christmas. I just thought about that.
Preseason last week and Steph Curry.
Oh, do we? Hold on.
Exactly like Steph Curry.
I don't know. I don't know. But you know, schooly music. Oh, wow. Well, you know, schooly music is like Crips retiring, you feel me? The schoolies trying to say he's ancient, he's gonna stay that way, you feel me? Because the objective of the cops is crowd control. So every time you see a cop not listen one time to crowd control, there's no halt, there's no freeze, you feel me? They get a criminal got bad charges. So, you know, when someone says no military nonsense, they're in trouble. Tell me which one. Okay, so like I said, it's thick in here, thick. So like I'm saying about Crips, that you see how that intertwines. Cops are, if you're a Crip, you was a cop, or you're going to go be a cop. So you know that's the whole scenario with Crips. Okay. So, that being said, usually Crips be cops first, so the name can keep... You know how gangs have that bad karma, good karma? Usually, they gonna be good karma, so when they're a Crip, you feel me? I told you. But usually when they Crip first, it's the bad karma to show they're innocent. And there goes court. So, that being said, Schoolie's music, the objective of Crips is don't talk to me if you're not there for the satellites, okay? That should be everybody's objective, but you feel me? They got it business flat out. So that being said, there's a lot of people that don't have alibis for their guiltiness. So that also being said, Schoolie's music, while I brought it up, excuse me, my thing up there too. You feel me? It has an esque that everybody can groove to. And the whole flow also about it is he's from Atlanta. So, you know, his music is dead ass showing he's a real Crip. Because every time in the music he's asking, are you down for me? Then it's the whole cleaning out of the world. It's a whole visualization. We got a situation. Everything good, call the hood. We got a situation. You made it one. You made it one. Bro, just to help Schoolie get out his clout and the walls help ears, so when people run into Schoolie, you know, they keep that in mind. But he got blow up again and again under the scene, yeah. You feel me? He got put some good songs. But as my millennium world isn't y'all depiction, so as we have the whole list of what I can say. No tractor. Bankroll got me in. I'm just coming out the transit. So, you know, as we watch the New England Pelicans and the Heat on the radio for y'all, but you know, I got advanced technology. Well, you know, Saw Baby came up with Pull Up With a Stick. Because he was trying to say, I don't have to gangbang no more if y'all know me for my flags. I can just say mob. So, you know, Pull Up With a Stick was a whole music video surveillance of you shouldn't be where the sticks is. You should be where the boxing gloves are. So, you know, when you go watch that video, it's a whole mob orchestration of organization of the mafia. Ain't nobody supposed to be up here unless they leaving. So now, you saw Baby's in the mob, so he shouldn't hear that. So, you know, people ranked on Saw Baby's level watching the video. It's like them saying, I didn't tell you to leave. If they want to box so they can know your rank, they box and know your rank. They know where to find you. So that's how Saw Baby is ranked in the ATL forever. And he didn't come out with a lot. He came out with a lot of songs, but you feel me, songs that people talk about a lot. You know I got wild. Okay, who else can we Well, Trippie Redd, you know, Trippie Redd is a blood, so you know. Bloods are teachers on the streets, so you feel me? You feel me? Otherwise, they're saying they have somebody that speaks for them, but I can speak too. So Bloods are just gangbangers with esquires, you feel me? Which you feel me, show you every gang Boy Scout relate. Because everybody has an esquire. So, you know, I gotta talk because you get what I'm saying? Trippie Redd is not in Atlanta, but he's good in Atlanta, you feel me? And, you know, you get what I'm saying? I wrestled, so I had everything has its own newsletter.
Yeah, and still watching that. Williamson hits the free throw, 10 of 15 from the line, 32
Okay,
points for
so I used to wrestle, okay?
shot clock turned off. The Heat can dribble this one out.
Okay, because if you know I want to say that, then I'm saying it. It's adulthood, okay? So if you know I want to say that, then I'm saying it. What you waiting for it to come to just manifest it? You try to manifest an argument. We are adults now. So like I was saying. You feel me? Like I was saying. there's she's arguing with God. She's arguing with God. Okay. So it's Christmas. So let's talk more jolly stuff instead of I wish you didn't have those Christmas gifts. Because that's all she's saying. I wish, see? I wish you didn't have those Christmas gifts. So she sounds like an old 50-plus person jealous of someone in the generation that don't ask for big gifts. But the way he plays with the gifts, they're still big as shit. But if I saw anybody else playing with those gifts, I wouldn't have thought those was big gifts. But now seeing you with those same gifts I would have saw someone else with, I am jealous. Your gifts need to be something that can be unwrapped and everybody can look at. Okay, ma'am, can you be quiet? What are you talking about? Tell her can she be quiet? That's not Christmas spirit. Not if you trying to talk over somebody. I was talking already. Yes. 2 o'clock to 2:30. Cleisha, I just got out the shower. Let me see what I did this goddamn thing. Goddamn. I don't see when I'm done with it. Be like I was saying about, see? That's called rude. That's not Christmas spirit. I'm not talking loud. You can't say if someone pinpoints me, we gotta call my regular voice if they didn't pinpoint me loud. She's pinpointing me. I used to wrestle. You look. Listen. This looks like a detention center. This doesn't look like a goddamn house. I used to wrestle. If none of them senses are aware, that means this is not a house. There's nothing in the atmosphere that says I used to wrestle and I was cold as hell. But my body language. No, you was not in Christmas spirit. I am roasting your ass. Because I had to say I'm roasting or would it sound like a soap opera? No, like I was saying though. I'm all about Christmas spirit. That's why I made this video. I didn't say no, boy. I said I wouldn't get Reeboks as walking shoes. That's all I said. I didn't say I don't rock Reebok. I didn't say nothing's wrong with Reebok. I didn't say Reebok isn't fine. I said that person got something that I wouldn't get. I appreciate it. But guess what? The atmosphere has a whole stench of a fake stereotype of my emotions. Now the person laying the stench is talking. Okay, because I don't know if it can hear you over the game. So, okay. As we ignore what I just said, and the atmosphere is still talking. Listen, if you pinpoint somebody, you cannot be mad at them. If you're not pinpointing somebody and they loud, then you can say, "Oh, bro, I was minding my business and you're loud." You can't pinpoint, then be like, "Oh, I need to find a rhythm to say you're loud." Okay, you're loud. That is the weirdest shit ever. You about to tackle me? That's what, and I keep hearing. Don't let her tackle you. I wrestle, so we don't even have to go into football. You feel me? Damn. But like I was saying about gifts that usually don't be looked at as gifts, they look at it as work or just communication. But the only joke about me is my chivalry code. Everybody knows chivalry is the highest rank of, I guess, delicacy of movement. So, the joke of my delicacy of movement is saying I don't want nothing. He happy with the little things. So, with all we have to do, since there's nothing else he wants, and if I didn't get a PS5, I would be mad. So, all we gotta do to his PS5 is damage it. That's why I'm not getting a PS5, you feel me? So, you know, my little Christmas gift, I'm trying to relay and be thankful for my real Christmas gifts that hover around my other Christmas gifts. Marshall against Buffalo. We'll watch something video, okay? We play a maturity game. I will win like chess, because you know people won't be able to help themselves with playing a maturity game with it. So just that being said, that disclaimer, I'm all about maturity, okay? So all I ask is, don't open your mouth if you don't want me to tell you how you wasn't mature at that moment. If you're okay with me telling you how you wasn't mature at that moment, then show your maturity of taking the answer, because everything needs a rebuttal. But if I can't rebuttal after you then screeched, obviously we know the point is proven. So that also being said, as I still remember what I'm talking about, but you feel me, a composer playing music sees the rhythm of where people's heartbeats is at. It's not the same because of premeditated things. So the reason why I don't do things is obvious. Is because the world is too premeditated on thinking they are the philosophers. So since the world is too premeditated on thinking they're the philosopher, there's hella stenches in the world that have to be cleaned up before, you feel me? Because we're not even getting the real definition and chronological time of what I speak. We're getting this story of how they wish it was a joke. So, you know, like I said, truth be read. You feel me? Because what's the best gift but let gangbangers finally get looked at as Boy Scouts, right? So, you feel me? Saw Baby walks around and they talk about he can wear any flag, so he just says mob. Schoolie is a retired Crip, but doesn't have a problem with being the cadence. So that's what his music is, you feel me? Cadences of the community resistance and progress he did. Like a trippy Red Bloods deal with having a teacher, okay? Having a high ranked teacher, having a high ranked esquire that's talking for them. You feel me? So if an esquire is in the military and they say, I'll be your lawyer. The boy, how much he want to help him, and he knows about him being in the military, he can pull out a flag and walk that bit. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? I didn't, you feel me? I didn't say that rank can teach them all the other flag. I said what flag I was talking about. So you get what I'm saying? So, you feel me? Humidity control, you feel me? And clairvoyance. So that also being said, I wrestled, okay? This world, that's why I can call myself a Spider-Man. Because I wrestled, okay? And I had a lot to do with crowd control when I wrestled, okay? So if you don't respect the rank the satellites put me for my wrestling points, my satellite, you feel me? I might have not went to, oh, but I made a sportsmanship award. Whoa. And everybody's trying to figure out who who told them about him. Whoa. Okay, so satellites. So I had the highest score in wrestling with satellites. But in the Mirage, I didn't make it where. You feel me? So, that's the type of nerd kid I was looked at as. Oh, he wants the high score from the satellites. We can finesse him into a maneuver. So, I'm coming home with medals and tired as fuck because I had to do all the hype. I had to do all the satellites work for the next generation to be able to wrestle. Just so you can know why I'm Webpoolz. So if the atmosphere doesn't have a platform of the sportsmanship I did in wrestling from years ago to know how much I've been honing my skills, that means people are pinpointing me honing my skills. Okay? So you can't get mad every time the truth surfaces. Because we're talking about adulthood, alright? So now since we're talking about adulthood, you feel me? I'm not about to just wrestle. So for them not to pinpoint, then for the webs and ebbs of my wrestling skills not everywhere, they're missing the UFC. They missing, you feel me? All they pinpointing is me on all fours. You feel me? They pinpoint me as a lion. They're not pinpointing me as a human. So yeah, so because it's just authentic. See, you feel me? So that being said, Chris Tucker is our cousin. You feel me? Just authenticity. Chris Tucker had a cousin. His mom was his cousin. You feel me? His mom was his cousin. His mom was acting like his cousin. If y'all didn't know that. So that being said, um, Rogers commodity. So I'm just saying now. If you want to look at the how, because that's how people was trying to get away with stuff in sports. They hope that a mirage surface and they can keep running from the clouded crowd control. So I was an officer on the mat. You feel me? There was no running from crowd control. So now we'll see. Oh, before the mat too, but there's checkpoints before I got that respect for being the sportsmanship wrestler. So, because I was the 145 that wrestled 160. You feel me? There you go. Now you see where my picture is at. My wrestling picture is at. I was the 145 wrestling 152. I was the 145 wrestling 152. Then I was the 145 wrestling 160. You feel me? So that's a big sportsmanship award coming because everybody nitpicking. But yeah, we watching Golden State and Milwaukee. They got Kelly Oubre. They got Oh, I forgot they had Steph Curry. They got Andrew Wiggins and Clay's out for a moment, but they got dark skinned Kobe and light skinned Jordan at small forward. You feel me? And then they got the real Steve Kerr. So it's just like that's kind of hard to goddamn beat. But I'm saying, just the copyright NBA. If I see that, I'm gonna get a royalty check now. There needs to be like a it factor. Y'all already have like heat, but like no a chemistry it factor. You feel me? That needs to be in the game now. Because yeah, people wouldn't have understand it back then, but how bad it is now. People will understand if you put chemistry it factor in. Of course, we're gonna have the cheaters that go and get the NBA player created, the NBA players I'm talking about, and they make that fake chemistry. You feel me? Where you just pass the ball 3 times and he gonna make the shot. And then you can play with Stephon Curry, pass the ball 3 times, and how we gonna make the shot? You feel me? So that's the ins and outs of people that don't want to work hard, and that's why you make that the sponsorship it factor in the game. So when they pass the ball 3 times, that's just a little. You feel me? But it matters who passes the ball. You feel me? So if the passing is not on 99, you feel me? Passing the ball don't mean that much unless they're in the position, you feel me, that they would pass the ball. You feel me? And that would change the whole game up because the it factor would just be, it would really be the audience roasting the other team. You feel me? So, once the it factor, then you hear the audience in the background telling the other team you suck. You feel like, and then, everybody's hyped to be like, you feel me? So, that needs to be in 2K now. It could go in Space Jam, but that's more of a 2K thing. That's more of a, you feel me? It puts the child back into 2K. But Gans, I don't know. Gans he lost practice. So if they don't want him to be Superman, then so I'm trying to think of some other people. Well, Trippie Redd when I explained Trippie Redd, that really explained every in school league, and then I explained how someone be like, I saw you with you gotta, you feel me? And Saw Baby made a whole song about like, if you want to fight, we can fight, but you try blurting out, you see me wearing different colors doesn't mean anything. Like, pull up with a stick, let it hit. Saw Baby got like 3 songs where he's like boxing in it. Well, y'all can't say that's not what it is. I'm trying to see. I'm the Green Ranger, so you know. I'm the goddamn gold Green Ranger. You know, I don't know what they have to say about me. But because I was about to say, you niggas usually wear black because Gold Ranger. Leader of disease. But yeah, so you know. So yeah, you feel me? You feel me? I'm just a shivery guy, like I said. So people not gonna, people gonna try to, people waiting to see what I look at as a PS5, and when they figure out what I look at as a PS5, and that's why, you feel me? I just care about my body. So people see my body is my PS5, so they pinpoint me, and I say no. The regular rules of common law fall in why I can look at my body this way. You cannot pinpoint me and then look for a rhythm to say that I'm doing something. That's not how can you stop something works. You don't stare at someone for an hour then be like, can you stop that? You didn't caught the whole rhythm of why I wouldn't stop it. No, you be in your own bubble and you see that it's about to pop your bubble and you ask them, can you not pop my bubble? Because I have alarms for what happens if you try to pop my bubble. You do not try to be a consuming bubble and ignore and try to beat them to the punches saying, can you not try to pop my bubble? Because that's what people be doing. They don't have their own bubbles. They try to consume other people's bubble before they can say, can you not pop my bubble? Because if they pop that person's bubble, crowd control, you feel me? And everything that falls under that. So yeah. Because in the end, that's why you don't, you might hear an Australian that never went to college in America go to the NFL, but American that never went to college in the NFL can't go to college in the NFL. You feel me? Because they can't pop. The Australians come from a space where they can politely ask. They have the it factor to politely ask, can you not pop my bubble? And then they build the chemistry it factor that has been told that you cannot pop my bubble. And then they get a chance, and then they notice, yeah, I can go on and not get my bubble popped, but I might pop my own bubble keeping on with this. So that's how people get into the league. You feel me? It has nothing to do with college. I don't even, LaMelo didn't even go to college. He went straight to the league. He went to one league to another league in college. I mean, in the NBA. Just to prove the point that he had to make sure, yes, people know you can't pop my bubble, but you still gonna try. Yeah, LaMelo. So that's you feel me, where adulthood comes in about when I talk about me being Webpoolz and my wrestling senses. So, you know, my wrestling senses is, I've wrestled for 4 years now. It's kind of hard to go into space, and now the wrestling senses is all gone. You feel me? No. If you can't see my wrestling senses on my skin, if you can't see it, that means my wrestling senses are like the satellites. You feel me? And that goes with anything. Like you can't see my eye senses right in front of you. That means my eye senses are on a level with the satellites, and that's where Big Bang take Little Bang. You can't see my skin senses. If you can't see my hair senses, you feel me? That means, you feel me, I didn't consume you, but I made hospitality if you walk in that space where my senses are. And that's how humidity control and guns really work. So, that's the funny part about people talking about weapons. And weapons have to have a humidity control before they can get shot. Which, weapons having a humidity control is proof Pangea is not a theory if you look at the humidity control of weapons, because they come back to a person. So, you feel me? If you can't see where the gun will go off and cause a recoil weapon egg, that means the humidity control on that weapon has a story to it that needs to get out of a cold red. You feel me? That's what satellites really watch. If you want to get away from the stuff they don't really watch. Yeah. So my wrestling senses, that's where the Zozy station comes in. So, like I was saying before, someone got too jolly because I was making the atmosphere too jolly. I was making the atmosphere gay. You feel me? That's not right to goddamn see someone's Christmas gifts out of little things, and he never unwrapped it. You like he's about to unwrap this gift, and it's just shadow balling. You feel me? It's people shadow balling against prospects, cause you feel me? People older than me from old soul talk, for me to quote unquote, they can sense a presence of a kid coming. You feel me? And that's many kids. You feel me? It's many kids to people before. You feel me? And that being said, they don't have that gift that the generation after me has of seeing the sensing of momentum. So kids always, and kids, you feel me? I'm talking before they played. And then adults having that, be able to see the generation I'm coming from, you feel me, the difference. So, they don't, I'm not telling them to put a name to it, goddamn, but they shadow ball against their best techniques. They're not about to, you feel me, they shadow ball against their weaknesses. So this is how you know you're in tune to, like, people in the world. Because when they see you, just like anybody else that you see that wants you to stump your toe and you can point them out. When they see you, they're going to tell you you're one of those people that I'm not going to go easy on. I see that I see you shadow balling against my weaknesses. You feel me? And that's the little communication bubble they try to have for others. So I co-redded NBA players by not being in the NBA. Intermissions. Just to show you where people's mind is at. Like boom, boom, clack, 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 boom. You will find them somewhere around there. So that being said, that means, because I wasn't talking about me directly. I was giving the example of when people see people work hard and they try to trip them. You feel me? I'm saying you feel me? I wasn't saying there's an energy of me waving like a wireless cell phone. I didn't say that. I was saying, because I work hard and people try to, and I got stabbed in the eye at my second wrestling match. You feel me? So, you get what I'm saying? That should be on everybody, but that's what I'm saying. So, I'm about to roast South Cornet because, South Cornet can be a football team. I'm about to roast South Cornet's football team. Basketball, too. But, because, I played every position. So, I don't know what Amato Chisu they want left of my shadow balling. I don't know. But yeah, because you feel me. That's what made me the cool guy and kid. I was that cool guy, but man, he's quiet so we can act like he's not cool. So most cool people are quiet, but they're not that quiet. Crickets, crickets, crickets. So that being said, that's the type of Egyptian cool guy I was. So that being said, I'm about to roast Salconet. Salconet hasn't heard from me. I wrestled and I shadow balled a lot. I shadow ball freshman year. I went to go collect my freshman self, goddamn, when I went back. You feel me? So that being said, it looks very Egyptian encrypted. They knew other people were shadow balling against me and they could talk to me and stuff like that. So like I was saying about, I co-read it just to get that clout out the way. Because I'll do it in a song, so just because it don't rhyme don't mean anything. So, you feel me? When I go to the league, I'm not going to see none of this, you feel me? When I go on the field of the court, I ain't going to see none of this. They going to do what they would have told me if they could. Oh, I'm going to go hard on you. You one of the people that know I shadow ball against. You feel my weakness? You know who I shadow ball against. So, but because I was such an Egyptian cool guy, we made it telepathy. So they don't even have to tell me. They just gonna do it. I don't like to talk about this shit. I just do it. So yeah. So that's how, you feel me, I got the next thing after courtside seats, you feel me, to be able to be in tune with the community or wherever I want to talk about, and you feel me, go on to the and it not be copyright infringement, even if someone fired don't want to listen. And yeah, like I said, I don't blame Salconet. I just didn't endorse those football players. I don't think Salconet sucks. I think whoever's endorsing them sucks. Because if they was endorsed by me, they know they wouldn't have sucked. So it's just like anybody in the NBA clothes, and they be like, "Oh, Steph Curry don't suck, but the Warriors suck." I'm like, the Warriors don't suck. It's who's endorsing them that sucks. Okay, Curry. So that's what Curry's getting talked about from his endorsements. You feel me? He got good endorsements to not suck. And if he does suck, you feel me, he's endorsed to not suck. So he has hospitality and security when he's not sucking and sucking. And other people don't want those endorsements because they don't know how to follow the rules. All the way down to Cam Newton from Westlake. You feel me? So yeah, like I was saying, like, I was always a hyper kid, you feel me? If I touched the court, I touched the bat, it was something that renaissance that I heard. And I never let go of those renaissances. So when, like, you feel me, people in the league started balling or practicing and shadow balling, I would see those renaissances that I didn't let go of start to hover around them like a, you feel me? And that's how I'm able to talk to the announcers and all that, because it's been years now, okay? And that's what I already explained, like, the bubble part. So it's that I just mapped out the bubble in the sundial of why I work, but why I've always done other things outside of work, why I talk this way in my detective work if that's not part of it. So, I don't pick favorites. I just teach. So, when people say I'm picking favorites, you know who my students are and who aren't my students. You feel me? Second, I'd be like, AI is better than LeBron. It's because I have actually a majority that agrees that way. It's not because I'm picking favorites. But then they tell me AI was one of those people, one of those adults that was in the generation of knowing, oh, I needed competition. You feel me? So that's what makes the sun in the sky shine through sports. So, you know, because I just watched 2 sports and there's other sports that shadow ball against me. So, yeah. You feel me? And I just been listening to the web and egg on my senses and everything between that. You feel me? So that's how you get an email. That's how I get my emails. The web and ebb of my senses and everything between that. Yeah, someone not organized, but I explained that if you don't see the energy of my senses on my body, that means it's either checkmate or I'm Big Bang. You feel me? It's either I'm on a platform and I'm chilling or there's no roof. And 10 times out of 10 there's no roof. So, you know, I'm just keeping it real. You feel me? I'm not saying I can't put a roof, but that's the slang I was talking. So, that being said, it's one thing to score. You feel me? Everybody wants to cat everything. Everybody wants to, you feel me? Everybody wants to cat everything. So, you feel me? You would have been the valedictorian, but you became the NBA star. You feel me? Everybody wants to cat everything. But the best thing to do is have a preset of what you would have cat. You feel me? Like something that you know that if you just did one little thing different, it would have been exactly like that. Because everybody wants to cat everything. That's obvious. So my catting was satellites. So, no, I cannot go work on cars, but when I was outside, people saw when my hands was cold. I wasn't that type of cold. So, you know, my satellite score with mechanicalism is high. You feel me? So you feel me? I just be talking from Birdview and people talking like that's a big drop from Birdview. I'm gonna be able to attack you before that, and that's how I catted everything. But yeah, that's how I presetted my cat. So yeah, amazing, amazing. So you know, then you have. You feel me? Well, you do anything. It's just, you feel me? The high school wrestling, football, basketball, you feel me? It's just what it is. Music. That's the funny part about going to a record label, you feel me? So, you know, I'm just talking about how I'm blessed and I'm grateful for another Christmas. You feel me? You feel me? Because in the end, I don't want no one else to go through something like this. Let alone a kid. If I didn't illustrate that. So that being said, I got the high score from the satellites of Wendy's. You feel me? Now we see Wendy's commercials. I know, right? I had the high score at Pizza Hut. I had the high score at Dunkin' Donuts. I had the high score at Walmart. summer jobs. So they're like, how do you reap that? It's just like a certificate. It's just like a diploma. If people don't respect your diploma, you can't do nothing with it. But who's gonna respect being big bank satellites when I make it to satellite land? But this is. So yeah, that's just my little Merry Christmas to everybody. Oh. That is my little Merry Christmas, man. Because I should be on the naughty list. Because I shoot for Santa. Whipping on some shit I stand for. Like, man, you fine. Because obviously, I wouldn't want to be putting anybody, a human being, to where I get this presents off. It's just my presents. It's just my presents. My presents. My presents. My presents. My presents. Oh, it is Christmas. Now watch me joke on. Hola, my DJ. Hey, go, DJ. Hola. So yeah, now let me explain why I say owner of telepathy. Because that out of everything that I do say, I feel like that's where someone can play chess against me if there's a chance to win. Because that is a wild disclaimer. You feel me? For people to know cadences are real, but don't nobody want to grasp that telepathy is a wired thing. So because the first thing to do is to prove telepathy is real. Now, how I would checkmate someone that off of that, because I said owner to me, I didn't say telepathy. If we doing telepathy, then that's checkmate. But how I would checkmate someone off, I would just tell them senses is real. So now they have to common sense, intelligence / attitude block off all of their senses, or it's gonna be we bought the box checkmate. Like, okay, I'll put my king right here, run up on me, which is what life really is when you checkmate people. You feel me? Because if you say telepathy ain't real, you have to block all your senses. But if you don't block all your senses, then you're straight up using your senses and telepathy to figure out where I would go when I'm just pinpointing where you're saying you're stupid at. So I'm moving because you said you stupid here. You feel me? And then you tell me you're not stupid there. Then I just move where you said you were stupid here. And if you're not stupid here, you feel me? This is to show you how chess is a multi-dimensional thing and a sportsmanship about. We didn't say this is the linear platform. Is this the linear platform? You feel me? Is telepathy the linear? Okay. Then we start. You feel me? But if you then co-redded the linear platform now, Galactic Patrol. You feel me? All that. So then you then told me, but then you had to block that senses off. You feel me? And all the way to where my king will be here because my king. That's where you knew my anger was of. Tell me that stupid shit again. So my king is where tell me that stupid shit again. And you is queen happy. You feel me? And that's how chess works. But owner of telepathy, I'll be asking questions. Well, who's louder? Then they'll be like, that person. And then they'll throw their pawn out. Then I'll throw my knight out and say, well, who's louder? And then they'll throw their bishop out. To the point that usually when people play me with owner of telepathy checkmate, they know
after the pawn came out, they knew that was where checkmate was. You feel me? So it's just my king and queen moving. It is my king and queen moving all over the place, and all they got is they got they knight and the queen and the king. So then they knight go down, so they queen take out, or they knight take out my queen. You feel me? Or they queen, or they knight go down and they queen take out my queen. You feel me? And now they queen is coming to my king. Of wherever my answer of you co-read it, my whole philosophy that anybody can be called the owner of telepathy if they want to, if they can. You feel me? I'm not saying fuck everybody. I'm the owner. I'm saying like I did the equation, so you know. You feel me? That's just my endorsement. So yeah. Cause I'm cold at chess now. I'm cold. I just, you feel me? There's too many sore losers, and I brought it to basketball. I'm not about to. I'm Blake Griffin it. So yeah. So that's how. Why I say I own a telepathy. It's more of me saying I'm crowd control. It's really me naming my high score from satellites. As a you feel me, kid type high school vibe thing. You feel me? That's where my jock vibe comes from. Other than that, everybody else was in a whole playing chess over here, so they saw they lost, but thought they could cover up with me confronting them with over here. Yeah, that's how this really goes. So that being said, it's hard for me to talk on the phone when the main thing people want to play chess with me is proving telepathy is real, so you feel me. But my owner of telepathy chess is the goddamn you gonna see telepathy is real. You feel me? So it's queen and king. It's queen and king. I take their knight out. They take my queen and they can go get my king. You feel me? And my king is telepathy's real. My checkmate, you feel me? They just unlocked the checkmate of telepathy's real, guy. You said telepathy wasn't real. And that's how you play some chess. So yeah, you feel me? All the way to multi-dimension of time continuum of I'm cold at debating. You feel me? Parables. So you feel me? Zazie. Now the next thing is the vibe of Merry Christmas. How can we make sure Christmas doesn't end with we know we straight because we're mature people? Because that's usually how Christmas ends in people's households. Like, we straight. You feel me? It don't end like, we went to Neverland. You feel me? You should be able to make your house feel like on those holidays. That's the point of holidays. You feel me? So that's the reason why I'm talking Merry Christmas. Because it feels good to hear you straight. But not after you goddamn straight for goddamn 365 days. You don't want to hear, oh, we straight. You want to hear, well, why we not going to Disneyland? You feel me? So yeah, you know, it's a big organization of when you say someone's fired, they're not going to listen. because it's all in the chest. You feel me? When you feel me? When they last day is in the chest. You feel me? But you're not supposed to play chess to a whole operation that could be chess for another day. You're not supposed to play chess, so I don't want to play chess with you no more. You feel me? You feel me? So that's why I call myself a secret shopper, because in the end, all that happened when I left my jobs was them going to visit telepathy. You feel me? Now I'll send y'all to telepathy. You checkmate that I'm not the owner of telepathy. Okay, well, let's go visit telepathy now and see what you think. Oh, it's just my chivalry code. I never said I was the owner of telepathy. So that's what really happens. And all I know is I'm getting. You feel me? I had cell phones before cell phones, and wrestling made me. You feel me? That's why I was really happy to wrestle. What is you about to tell me? We is fighting. No, we not. Yes, you just fought me. You just fought me. Now we not fighting. I thought you didn't look at wrestling that way. What? I know. That's what I'm saying. We fighting. What the fuck? Am I going to? You thought you was gonna sneak attack me because I don't look at wrestling as a fight? Blue. So people could have waited through it. So that's how I made my cell phones, from my kids' cell phones that I made. You feel me? And I used the satellites to a par. Boy, got a sportsmanship for that shit, boy. Just because I wanted to make cell phones. Just because I wanted to make telepathy cell phones, I got a sportsmanship award. You feel me? So, you know, there'll be many shucks I could have did. Just like anybody that could have did many moves. You feel me? But that's how mine was organized. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? You know how Iron Man got your thing is on. You feel me? So in wrestling, I had satellite. My goddamn, you feel me? Niggas was jealous. So I'm just like, first match, you're kind of high, but no one's saying it. I wanted to make sure my satellites was working. I'll take that L. Okay, so my satellites is working. You can take this man down with no problem. Stabbed in the eye. I'm loud. I don't know how I'm loud and I'm barely talking. I'm just getting hysterical. It's because someone's pinpointing me though, and they won't stop. So yeah, because you feel me, it would be rude if I came with the same energy, right? And I haven't changed, so that's what I'm saying. So you feel me? So you know my first two matches. My first two matches was proof that I was Webpoolz. You feel me? First match, make sure I had my Google. I made sure I had my Google when I wrestled on my first match. The second match, Google was telling me everything. So they stabbed me in the eye, cause, you feel me? Which I was already unleashed. They couldn't die behind their alibis. So then, you know, my next match is me and Google working out people's fear. So every time I got past fear, you feel me? So my senior year, I was Sean Taylor, goddamn. You feel me? My senior year, I was, you feel me? Because I worked out all the fear factors, you feel me? But I wasn't super healthy. You feel me? I wasn't body super physically healthy. So I was like that OG wrestler that knew how to get between wounds. So, you know, me and the satellites, you feel me? There's a shock. There's a signal. You feel me? You feel me? The satellites is pointing them out for me. These people trying to talk to the satellites and don't know that you cannot talk to my Google. You feel me? When could you talk to Iron Man's interface? You can't talk to my interface. You get what I'm saying? So people be trying to talk to my interface, and they be seeing that my interface pointed out the shot. They be seeing my interface pointing out the single. They be seeing my interface pointing out the... And, you know, I wasn't just... You feel me? I wasn't waiting for them to point out the shuck. You feel me? It was like I made a hospitality so it could be like, yeah, the shuck is there. Yeah, the single is there. Yeah, the double is there. You feel me? And then people started catching rhythm. Because as I'm teaching wrestling and someone's jealous, people started catching rhythm that I'm in tune to the satellite. So they started trying to act like my interface, not knowing that the satellites was being my interface. You feel me? And I was protecting my interface. So now, you know, I don't recommend other people doing that without the satellites okay, because I've been had the okay, and like I said, that was me making my telepathy cell phones. So you know, you feel me? You can see in my eye movements, you feel me, what's the top mission, you feel me, and the interface, you feel me. You can see when someone called me in the interface, you feel me. I just got it on silent, you feel me. And that's just me. That's just me. Merry Christmas from Webpoolz. Feel me? Because you can play a video game, but if you don't let Spider-Man use his web slingers, they're not gonna call him Spider-Man. They're gonna call him a robber walking around with a mask. You get what I'm saying?